Alright, live, direct, New York. I might have this one solo. Tyler's on vacation, chilling in the desert. Let's see, decides to get online. Willie may or may not be coming, but we've got a lot of ideas. We got some cool shit today. Here's the city. I showed it before. Feels like spring. It's like mid-50s. Looking nice. Yeah, look at this. We got, well, this is a little bit of a tease. These pants aren't dropping until Thursday, except for the two in the back. Duckworks, two new colors of Duckworks. We'll show those, but it's all about the Tumblepigs. These are Bombdeux standards, Bombdeux Tumblepig standards. And we got a lot of colors, and they're fucking nice. Let me get into it. Give y'all a whole vibe. Let's start with the darkest. So we got the double black, the ultra subtle, right? You can see in there's the black without the spray, right? So there you can see the contrast, right? These are sprayed with, well, you can see it in the waistband. These have been tumbled, dry tumbled with pigment, and the pigment adds a lot of texture. It gives it a little bit of extra crunch too, so this is definitely for the people who like the Bombdeux, with structure. So that's double black, right? You can see the extra texture versus like what the Bombdeux usually looks like, but it's not immediately noticeable that it's sprayed until you dive in. There we go, Willie, looking good. Teasing people with the fabric that we don't have enough to sell.
That's what I do best.
There we go. We're just talking about the double black here. Pigment sprayed. And the way the naming is right now, I might, we don't know if this is perfect, but the pigment color is first, except for double black, which is 2. But pigment first, followed by the interior color, or the base color, really, what the fabric is dyed. So this is black navy. This one's really nice. Oh, fuck, they're all really nice. So here you can see the inside. You can see the difference. So it's been sprayed with black, and then there's little bits, in these areas you can see like it creep through. But mostly you get like this two-tone effect, this beautiful two-tone effect. Yeah, Willie is wearing track wool from the tees.
Oh, okay.
Things get out there. Things, the world is alive. Now we go from, these are relatively safe. They're tonal. This one's not. This one's for the loud motherfuckers. This is sulfur navy. The sulfur is, it's for people that want to look like they just like came from a real event.
A real
And sulfur on the navy, it looks good, but not for everybody. Here it looks, you can see like back there how it gets kind of filthy on the lightning label. Different vibes. It's interesting to see the vibes shift. Sulfur navy. I hope I'm getting these names right. Now this is where it gets complicated. It's gonna get hard for some people to make some choices. I might have even sequenced this wrong too. Just like, I know the names, but just looking at it, I was trying to get a gradient, and I think I fucked up. But yeah, this is white black, right? So this is the high contrast joint. This is, we did one of these in the slim dungarees, right? So these are, we'll get into the cut, but these are the Bombdeux standards, Bombdeux Tumblepig standards. So we talked about these, was it last week? Yeah. And so you can see like this like really gets that dusty painterly, but this is the high contrast one. Like you can really see the pigment versus the background. Now these get really interesting. This one here is black gray, and this one's a really nice. It's subtle, but it's not subtle. right? Like you can see the contrast difference between the two. So this one's a dark color sprayed with light pigment. This is a lightish color sprayed with a dark pigment. All right, so if you look at the label there, you see like it's dark here. You can see it's light. And so yeah, this is a really, really nice color. And then when you spray the gray, so this is the white gray here. So you can see sort of, I should have sequenced it differently, but you can see how this one gets like pale, plastery, really, really nice. The light color joint, like a different take on a white, it's like a plaster pan. And then the middle here, which maybe should have been moved up, it's a little darker reading right now, especially in the camera, than I had thought. This is the white navy, so this is great. This has like kind of denim space vibes. You know, denim is a white yarn and a navy indigo yarn, and your eye blends the two together, so this has a similar color space. You can see the back there. It's denim, but obviously it's kind of reversed. In denim, like the white is beneath it and the indigo is on top. So that's the colors. How do we want to do this? Talk about cut here. Let's just whip this one up here. And yeah, we already talked about the Bombdeux standards, but we should take a look. You know, it's like a kind of don't give a fuck vibe, loose, relaxed pant. Got a lot of room up there, slight taper. They run slightly big, so if you're in between sizes, you can probably size down. But if you know, the big leans into the looseness, so is what we recommend going. And yeah, let's show the back. Looks good.
Yeah, these look sick.
Yeah, so yeah, there we have it. I don't know if we have questions or anything. I don't see questions other than the track wool question. So what happened with the track wool is that we got dramatically short shipped. Well, I made the option to take the whole thing but wait a while, right? Like basically the batch, a lot of it was unusable, so it was either like wait, and so we're not sure if we have enough to make a full product. Well, so it might just be a lot of internal testing, or we might try and squeeze one. We got to see. It has to be a small product. We can't make a big product with this. But like this, probably we don't have enough yardage, I don't think. But it looks good.
I love it so much. I love how this fabric wears.
But one day. So this is the pair. The bottom looked like jorts for a second, and I was excited. You can make your own jorts. That is very doable.
DIY.
So this is a twill, right? So like in terms of raw cutting, you know, like you know, jorts, any like jean cut off, right? It, you know, it works because twill doesn't, you know, it frays, but it doesn't unravel too much. Like a plain weave will just kind of like come undone, and then knits generally, and there's exceptions to these rules, but so in the woven space you really want to look for the twill, right? So you can, if there's a twill, it'll probably raw cut decently, but it will do that little bit of fraying, and you might want to wash it to like get that a little bit out. Plain weaves like this over here, this is a plain weave actually. There's a duck cloth over here, there's a plain weave, so you see it doesn't really have that diagonal. I mean, there is a diagonal that you know, your eye can create here. But if you go over here, you can see it's much more pronounced diagonal. So plain weaves are, you know, this is a 2x2 plain weave. It's duck, but you know, it's just either one up and one down, or two up and two down, right? That's a plain weave, really straightforward, sort of checkerboard pattern, right? Is in the weave structure. Whereas twills are sort of jumping, right? So they are like 3 up, 1 down, 3 up, 1 down, and so that creates a diagonal effect. Let's see. I don't know. So again, like the Tumblepigs, and so we changed the name, right? Like even on the old ones, we used to call them Spraypig dungarees. Spraypigs started with the Acottontwill, and we were spraying them. And then we did some sampling in New York, or New Jersey technically, for where they get the initial samples, and then we went to Portugal, and we're like, okay, it's like a facility that's really built to do volume rather than just sampling, and we're like, all right, here's what we got, like, let's do it. And they started using a tumbler instead of hand spraying, so it's machine tumbled instead of hand sprayed, and they're really freaking good at it, so they get the results that look great. In fact, the New Jersey spot can't do the Bombdeux really well. We've tried a few things, and it just comes out better in Portugal when we tumble it. Are these colors ever going to appear in dungaree format? Are they going to? Probably not. The dungaree is kind of like on its. Actually, yeah, the price has dropped, right? Like the dungaree is on its way out. Maybe it'll come back, but the dungaree cut is, you know, a little long in the tooth. So if you love it, stock up. But we're not really rushing to do much more with the dungarees. But there's plenty available right now, right? And so grab them while you can. Any idea on how these things age? Very good question. I mean, Tyler's worn them a lot. You know, the pigment's pretty, you know, it's going to come off eventually, but the pigment is pretty damn durable. Yeah, it's, so they're not really going to fade the way like a denim would fade, right? The pigment, in fact, they'll do the, well, it depends. Like on the black pigment, maybe it'll get some sort of fading effect. But again, this pigment is pretty robust. Like from our experience, it takes a lot to get it off. So eventually, like the pigment will wear off and the underlying color will emerge more. But the underlying color is not going to fade like cotton. The underlying color is, you know, it's nylon. It's nylon 6.6, air texturized nylon 6.6. The yarns have 300 and so tiny filaments that are air texturized, so they're crimped, right? So up, down, like by these jets of air. And they're all twisted together to form a single yarn. So each and every yarn has 300, actually some of them have about 200 plus and some of them have 300 plus, depending on which direction they're going. And the reason we love this is because those super fine yarns can get really, really soft, right? But obviously the thinner the yarn, the less durable it is. So when you twist like 300 of them together, you're taking something really soft and making it really strong at the same time. And so the effect is kind of like, we call it like a secret softness, right? Like this is a super rugged fabric. You can't really blow it out or not. Oh wait, here we got a little surprise bonus coming in. Yeah. Let's throw this on the table. Let's see. You want to make a cameo, or you want to stay off camera?
Good.
Yeah. What's up?
Hey.
We got Chris in here. What else do we got? Oh, we got some spray on top of the tumble. Now you want fading, these things will fade. Yeah, what do we got? We got three colors, including, I forgot what we call this. Just blue yellow probably. Blue yellow. This one's a rare. And then we got the blue coral. I'm guessing just how I think I named them.
About right.
And so these are sprayed, right? So these are done in New Jersey. And then we got this one, which is interesting. This is the olive coral, which takes it like, I'm going to get further away on top of these to check out these colors. But you get some real interesting color effects here. You know, it's like...
They look like ice bit and sherbet.
Yeah, sherbet, there we go.
Sherbet, maybe.
Sorbet. There's sherbet and sorbet, right? Or is it... Who knows? Sherbet's so old, maybe I got the name wrong. Slim dungarees. I mean, there's tons of slim dungarees available. I don't know. You know, the slim dungarees have a long path down. So like, I don't think they're just going to disappear. Like they're starting from the highest volume of anything we make. So yeah, we're selling less slim dungarees than we did, you know, pre-pandemic or whatever. But we still sell plenty of them. Any chance of any Tumblepig bomb works? Yeah, definitely. We have to see how these do first. But you know, if the tumble pigs do well, we'll tumble everything. Making in between straight cut between doos and dungarees. Yeah, it's possible. It's certainly something we talked about, but you know, we're not rushing to like kind of split hairs in between. And the works sort of sit there, although they're not a 5-pocket. But yeah, it's certainly something we've talked about, and it might emerge a straight cut. Again, like, so dungarees are the go. Yeah, I mean, dungarees were amazing, but if you love the bomb dungarees, there's plenty available now. Grab them. And yeah, thank you for the real Matt McGinnis. Yeah, I recommend just trying to do standards. Got them in there, awesome. And yeah, so we released last week or 2 weeks ago the ones without, you know, without the spray, so you can get Bombdeux standards, sprayed or unsprayed, or tumbled. Sorry. Do an experiment where stitching lines up on the pocket. I don't know what that means. Yeah. Any chance of the dues in size 38? Yeah, if they do well, they will certainly come back in a wider range of sizes. I'm not 100% certain why we didn't end up doing 38. I'm sure we were looking at sales or something. And 38 is a borderline size. But we are trying to do. We're doing 40 in some, so 38 is. If these sell, 38 will be in the next batch. The only release this week today. Sorry. So today, the only thing coming out is Duckworks. Got 2 Duckworks here. Charcoal and black navy, and somebody keeps asking if it's the same color charcoal as before, and I have no idea, but it probably is, because I think it's our custom color, and then they were sitting on it, so I think we made the custom color and they sat on the extra, and then we took it from them, but I can't promise you that. But yeah, these 2 Duckworks coming out today. What sort of pigment is the factory using? We have the specs somewhere, but I certainly don't know offhand. But it's a good question. We definitely have the specs for the New Jersey. I actually don't know if we have the specs for the Portugal. But we can definitely find the New Jersey specs somewhere. So these are done in New Jersey. These are the spray pigs. So these are sprayed. So with the spraying, it's a manual sprayer. Like we might have, I don't know if the videos are up, but we have some videos now, right? So like literally somebody's just spraying the pigment on there, which means we can do like engineered placements at some point. But right now we sort of randomly let the air do the casting, and you get that 2-tone, right? So you got, now this is actually like quite a bright blue. You can't really tell, but it's like a, maybe you can see it here, right? Like it's actually a blue that's going on there onto the coral, and then you end up with this sort of lavender emerging, and the further back you get, the more it'll merge. And then this is actually the same. So this is interesting. It's the same blue spray, right? So if you look here and here, the blue is actually the same, but you can see how different it looks with 2 different bases. And these aren't like, I mean, yellow and coral are 2 different colors, obviously, but they're similar brightness, and they take on wildly different tones. And then here you can see, you know, this is the same base as, here, let's flip this, right? So this is the same, these are both on the same base, 2 different sprays, so you can see that it really, really radically changes the character of each shirt. Makes a really nice soft. Spraypig Boxfords are coming out on Thursday. Tumblepig Bombdeux are coming out on Thursday. In 11 minutes, we got dark navy Duckworks, charcoal Duckworks. Now, what else we got? Willie T's in the track wool, which we don't really have that much of. Any injects tops soon? Yeah, like the injects will start rolling out. Not like tomorrow, but it'll start rolling out pretty soon. There's lots of injects coming.
ACT 107. What does that mean?
ACT. I think act up when somebody says ACT.
Oh, 107.
107.
Acottontwill.
Alright, Acottontwill. Also, we might rename the Acottontwill, so if anybody has any suggestions, Anything dropping next week? I think we got push-pull next week.
Yes.
I think we got push-pull next week, so that's something different, special. Injex flows ever return. I don't think we have them for this year, but we got lots of Injex pants. In fact, including Ravers, right?
No Injex Ravers.
Oh, no Injex Ravers. So just Bombdeux Ravers. Oh, that's right. The Ravers push it a little far.
Because the Ravers didn't find
The Ravers went and got lost at the after hours.
Cool.
Timeline and Index carry messaging side? No, I don't know. Don't have that. But yeah, look at that. Look at the color bomb right there. Let's take this off so we can like zone back into this like sort of more subtle color bomb. Oh yeah, and the other, the olive is olive, right? It's not sulfur, right? Yeah. So, but yeah.
A Strongworks restock is coming, right?
Yes. Yes. Submarine swim bag. That's sort of a last second thing. It's not a new product, so, but we sort of like dug it out of the archives and we're like, we should make this again, but we can't just run it in the same factory. So there's some production hiccups. So I don't know exactly. It's probably later than sooner, just because it was kind of a late addition. Any carry expectations? Quad-zip revival, not anytime soon. Carry, don't expect too much carry too soon. Strongworks restock, yes. Definitely a Strongworks restock in the works. Let's go through the colors again. Double black, black navy, sulfur navy, white black, black gray. And so you sort of real, again, this was super interesting, right? Black pigment on a light fabric, white pigment on a dark fabric. And so you can see like they're similar but different. And there's obviously a higher contrast on this because this is not all the way to white, it's gray. And then you got the white navy and the white gray for the whole range. And then over here, olive coral and blue coral. Look at those two together. It's so crazy. These were the same color originally. If you look in there, boom, boom, same color. And then this is also, this inverse is a different base, but the same color. These two have the same spray, same pigment on them, different bases. Rest of the stock is going. I don't know, rest of what stock? Duck. Oh, where are the rest? Oh, I just read that wrong. It's literally said duck. I wanted to avoid that question. No, we haven't made a decision yet. The obvious, it's a duck, right? So we got to check the math and see exactly how much is left. But you know, there's two options left. Essentially, it's the more duckworks, and so we'll see how these duckworks do. And there are duck paints, which are quite popular. Despite the pocket flare, so we'll have to see. Please, more duckworks vote, duck paints vote. You guys should just take it offline and go to war. We got a paints and works in there. Strong shank restock this year? No. But I think we still have in stock. If you like the strong shank, similar, right? The strong twill, a 2-pocket would be the closest thing. And there might be other vibes like getting there, but that exact thing won't have it. Sulfur navy fully out. Yeah, let's do it. Sulfur. Yeah, this one's obviously like the more, you know, the other, most everything else is either, you know, it's gray, black, white, and then there's navy, and then the sulfur is the one that really pops it out. And you know, each one is going to be different, right? These are tumbled in a machine. There's a stochastic randomness that emerges from it, so you're going to get different patterning on the pigment. Let's show the other side. But It's like a little radioactive, but at the same time, it's like kind of a toned down. So there's the back. Let's zoom in on the lightning label. And yeah, the inside.
This is the real diversity of
Yeah, there we go. Really loves that yellow. And then, what flannel am I wearing? I'm wearing the Acottontwill flannel that's available on the site right now. I don't know if we have all sizes, but you can buy this right now. Acottontwill flannel. It's the best. Pocket flare is fake. Oh my god, the paint works. There is a war. Only love, that's right. No war, just love. We're gonna, fingers crossed, we'll see. Like, maybe there's enough fabric left for us to do both of them. We'll see. Spraypig Boxford page should be going up today. People want to see the close-up of the double. Oh yeah, you just pull that out. So here's the double black, and then when you go in, I'm gonna have to get, well, here. Let's hopefully this table doesn't collapse on me. But yeah, you can see that's the inside, right, unsprayed, and then here's the sprayed. I wonder if, here, like, let's just do cuff down here.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna cuff it so you can get a real sense. And you know, a little bit of the spray actually works its way in because it's tumbled, but you can see it's, you know, there's a lot more texture here, and there's also crunchiness, right? And that's smoother, but it's subtle, right? It's definitely a subtle color variance, but there's a lot more depth and it's a little bit darker, right? And there's a little less, you know, I guess it's like, the biggest difference is really like there's a little less reflectivity too. You can't really tell because it reads almost the other way on camera, but unsprayed, sprayed, there's a deep and close sprayed, right? All that more, the variation coming out. Chances of duck shank, nah, I think the duck shank's kind of out of the equation. All right, 3 minutes. These just the ducks are going live in 3 minutes. Everything else is coming out on Thursday, 1 o'clock. All the tumbles and sprays. But there's that charcoal. There's that navy. I think we're good. I think that's kind of the vibe.
A fucking gorgeous pant.
Yeah, both. We got a lot. Two beautiful pant styles. Lots of different colors. Especially the tumble joints. And then if you really like color, somebody asked if there were XXLs coming this. No, there's no XXLs in this batch. This is all from last summer. But you know, the base. But there will be, you know, not for a while because this is really a winter, you know, fall through winter, fall, winter, spring joint, right? But there will be more colors and sizes coming of these. Add a moderator. I don't know what that means. Yeah. All right. I think we're done.
Yeah, I gotta go.
All right. Willie's out. Peace. I'm out. Peace. Check you soon. Duck works in 1 minute. Fingers crossed. Everything goes smooth. And tumble pigs and spray pigs on Thursday, 1 p.m. New York time. Check you later. Peace.